I've been dealing with credit cards for over 10 years now, and I've seen it all when it comes to credit cards. I've seen plenty of people make mistakes to where it affected their lives pretty bad, and now their finances are just engulfed in debt and their credit is ruined. But I've also seen plenty of people who leverage their credit cards to get ahead in life and just improve their financial situation for the better. So in this video, I just want to share with you guys 5 credit card mistakes you want to avoid as a beginner, so that way you guys are set on the right path and you guys can avoid all these rookie hiccups that a lot of people tend to make. So make sure to watch this video all the way to the end, so that way you guys don't skip out on any valuable information that can help you out, because I will be dropping some gems. If you're already subscribed, then welcome back. But if you guys are new to my channel, my name is Ismael Sandiford and you are now watching Just Money, where we talk about financial related topics such as personal and business, credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. But without further ado, let's get into today's video. Okay, so jumping right into it, the first credit card mistake you want to avoid as a beginner is starting your credit journey too late. A lot of people tend to start their credit journeys too late because of these two main reasons right here. One, they're just simply not aware because they've never been introduced to it or nobody has ever shown them. And two, there's a really bad stigma when it comes to owning credit cards. There are plenty of confused people out there that think that credit cards are the worst thing that you can have, when in reality, if used correctly, it's the best thing that you can have. I know there's a lot of horror stories out there of people getting into credit card debt, and I think this is why there's a bad stigma when it comes to owning a credit card. But honestly, I think it's due to the lack of information that a lot of people are not receiving. Either that, or people are just simply being irresponsible. If people were more informed on how credit cards operate, when to pay your credit bill, and they fully understand the 5 categories that make up a credit score, then I think there wouldn't be a bad stigma when it comes to credit cards no more. But this can really delay somebody's credit card journey that doesn't really know too much about credit cards. I myself personally know people who still don't have credit cards to this day because they just don't quite understand them. You want to start your credit journey early, because without credit, you're going to find your life a little more difficult than other people's lives. If you ever want to rent an apartment, then you need credit. If you ever want to finance a car, then you need credit. And if you ever want to receive a mortgage loan to buy a home, then you need credit. So I would suggest getting started on your credit journey now versus later. Because if you start building credit now, you'll start building those high credit limits at an early age, and then you'll have access to so many good things in the future. And a quick example of that is going to be being able to use your credit card in the event of an emergency. Or even if you want to get business credit cards or even business loans, you need to have good personal credit for that. So don't wait too late just to start your credit journey just because some random person said, oh, having a credit card is bad. Do not listen to those kind of people, because this is a very huge mistake. But anyways, moving on to reason number 2 of credit card mistakes you want to avoid as a beginner. The second credit card mistake you want to avoid as a beginner is hitting your credit limit amount. Some people will get approved for, let's say, a $3,000 credit limit amount, and in their head, the first thing they're thinking to do is to splurge. This is the worst thing you can do, because now you spent money that wasn't even yours when you thought it was kind of yours, but it wasn't. And not only will you be paying this money back, but you're going to be paying this money back with interest. And the normal interest rate on a credit card is usually around 27%, which is pretty high. By doing something like this, you can get into credit card debt, because now the credit card is going to be a little harder to pay off now. And I say this because if you're making the minimum payment, most of the payment that you're making is going towards the interest and not even your balance. You could be making a $150 payment on your credit card, but only $50 will actually go towards your balance, and the other $100 is going to go towards your interest. And if you can't afford to pay that, then you're going to have a hard time paying this credit card off. And keep in mind, people do this with a few credit cards, not only just one. So ladies and gentlemen, this is why people are getting into credit card debt. So if you guys have a credit card, never spend more than 30% of what your credit limit amount is, because if you go past this amount, not only will you have to pay it back and you'll get in debt, but your credit score is going to lower as well. Because for those that don't know, 30% of your credit score is going to be made up of amount owed, aka your credit utilization ratio. So the more debt you carry, then the more your credit score is going to go down. And trust me, you do not want your credit score to go down, because whenever you try to apply for something, this can lead you to getting denied. So don't do it. But moving on to reason number 3 now of credit card mistakes you should be avoiding as a beginner. The third mistake you need to avoid as a beginner is applying for too many credit cards in a short amount of time. You don't want to do this, because applying for too many credit cards within a short amount of time can definitely hurt your credit score. And not only that, but issuers are going to start seeing you as a risky borrower because of all of the recent hard inquiries that you recently got on your credit profile. The issuers are going to be like, why is this person applying for so many things within a short amount of time? This person must be going through some kind of hardship right now and need money. And if this is true, how will this person pay us back? So that's how the lenders are seeing it in their eyes. I would personally recommend to only apply for a credit card every 6 months if needed, because by doing that, you're giving yourself a decent amount of space between each hard inquiry that you get. And all of these hard inquiries that you're getting on your credit profile are going to last for about 2 years until they fall off. So don't apply for too many credit cards within a short amount of time. Now, the fourth credit card mistake you want to avoid as a beginner is missing a payment. Guys, missing a payment on a credit card is definitely one of the worst things that you can ever do. If you miss a payment on a credit card, then so many bad things are going to happen. The first bad thing that's going to happen is your credit score is going to drop significantly if it's more than 30 days past due. 35% of your credit score is made up of payment history, which is a big chunk of your credit. So if you miss a payment, that's going to lower your credit score by potentially roughly a whole 100 points. And another thing that's going to happen if you miss a payment is you're going to have to pay a late fee. Late fees can vary anywhere from $25 to $40 depending on the credit issuer. So just try to avoid this headache at all costs. Because not only will these two things be happening, but banks and credit unions keep an internal score on you. So if you miss a payment with them, they will definitely keep that noted. And whenever you try to apply for something else with them, this can affect whether you get approved or not. Now, the last credit card mistake, the fifth credit card mistake you want to avoid as a beginner is closing your credit card account. Canceling a credit card will cause a direct hit to your credit score by lowering it significantly a few different ways. The first way is going to be through your credit utilization ratio going up. By closing a credit card account, you're removing the account's available balance from the entire ratio, and that will in turn increase your credit utilization ratio, which will then lower your credit score. And that's something that you do not want. For example, if you have two credit cards that each have a $5,000 limit that equals up to $10,000, and now you owe $2,500 on one card, if you were to cancel one of those credit cards, your credit utilization ratio would go from only being 25% to now 50%. Because now you owe $2,500 out of $5,000 instead of owing $2,500 out of $10,000. Now, the second way is going to be through the age of your credit. The age of your account counts for about 15% of your overall credit score. So closing a credit card account, especially an old one, can affect your score in that way too. However, the good thing is that if you close it and you made all your payments on time, the credit card that you closed will still stay on your credit report for about 10 years. Honestly, I would just keep the credit card account and use it to get gas every now and then so that way you don't ever take a big hit. If you guys follow any of these tips, then you're more than likely going to be straight and you won't ever have to worry about any credit card mistakes. But that's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I hope you guys found value in any of this information. Let me know in the comments below, how long have you had your oldest credit card for? I've had my oldest credit card for over 10 years now and I still can't believe it. And also really quick, since you guys been asking, I now offer one-on-one consultations. The link will always be in the description below. But if you guys made it to the end of the video, then I truly do appreciate you guys. Guys, we hit 30,000 subscribers. We're at 30,179 subscribers at the time of this recording. And I just want to thank the entire Just Money squad. I thank everybody that watches the videos. Thank everybody who subscribes. Thanks to anybody who ever liked or commented. Truly do appreciate you guys. But if you guys haven't yet already, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't yet already, and don't forget the notification bell so that way you guys get notified every time I post a new video. And again, we talk about personal and business credit, real estate, and other financial related topics. So if that's something you're into, then you're probably going to want to consider subscribing. We talk about how to get high limits on your guys' credit cards. We talk about how to boost your personal credit, how to obtain business credit. We talk about real estate. We talk about mortgage loan programs. We talk about all that. So this is your one-stop shop. And real quick, for those that don't know, I'm a licensed real estate agent, a realtor, and I'm also a licensed mortgage loan originator as well. So if you guys have any questions or concerns in regards to real estate, all my information will always be in the description below. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.